Well, I think everyone in the audience is going to be hoping, just like Immy is, that NRG's Breeze is not as ridiculous as their Pearl just was. If we want to see a competitive series, we're going to be jumping into Agent Select.
That is a pretty crazy composition to lock, and you would never see Breach on the old Breeze. But it's interesting to think about how he might be good on the new one. A lot of angles and approaches to sites got narrowed down. You think of the changes towards A main, you look at B elbow, and maybe there are ideas where the Breach is a little bit more potent. You combine that with him just having gotten some buffs in the most recent patch to the width of the stun and the timing of the flash, and I'm just excited to see what they're cooking.
You're excited to see that, okay? So even though NRG are playing what I kind of think is kind of the hotness right now, double duelist, double smokes on this map. I love the look NRG is bringing. They were looking strong in the last one. Is Breach out of left field enough to give C9 an edge?
I don't think they need something out of left field. I think they need to shoot back, like Immy said. I mean, they were just getting mech-diffed in a lot of rounds in that last game. Like he was saying, where they did have the read and were in the right spot, but couldn't convert off of it. Those are the rounds that were the real heartbreakers. For NRG, though, like you're saying, I love this comp. I think it is going to be the meta comp on this map, or at least a similar variation with this double duelist and the double smokes. It is so potent in terms of the options you have for aggressive play. It is so suffocating to play against the double smokes, whether you're retaking a site or you're an attacker fighting into it. It's tough, but Cloud9, they've got to find the solve if they want to stay in this upper bracket.
Well, maybe lucky for C9 as they get to start on the attack side first. Didn't really get to play attack on the last map, and they're heading in exactly the right direction. As the Viper wall goes down, nobody really here from NRG, choosing to play full-on retake.
Post-runs are a lot easier now after the map changes, especially when your Breach still has full util. A stun, a flash can support well.
Well, Mata just ran through mid and opened the door, threatening a quick flank. That's going to cause C9 to really worry about their back. As this fight forward comes in, stun comes down. 1 for 1 at the start, but C9 still have a great position on site as Penny locks it down for another. And now Kiko gets into the mix of it. NRG out of nowhere. Execute 3 for the pistol.
You're already seeing on display one of the biggest differences when you're not playing the double smokes in these post plants. If you think to some of the earlier plays that we've seen, like yesterday here on Breeze in Americas, the double smokes post plants would constantly have a cycle of smokes in the middle of sight over for that left angle as well that you see Ethan swinging here. But with just the Viper, all NRG had to do was wait for it to drop and then fight in together. And so many of these C9 players just got caught in weird spots that weren't really complementary once that Viper wall was down.
Yeah, you know, C9 had the idea to fight forward earlier on into the round off of the stun, but that was just good for a one-on-one. NRG got a whole lot more done in that second layer. So, again, tough start to this second map for C9.
0-3 on pistol rounds right now for them. Gonna be something to track as we go into the second half of this game.
Now, Breeze, an interesting map for the Viper. On a lot of maps, you see Vipers almost always just throw down their Viper wall and attack at the start of the round. Because they only have the one smoke agent, C9 need to hold on to that one as Kiko. Wow.
That's your reaction?
That's my honest reaction to killing 5 players in the Classics with a shotgun.
He killed 3.
Okay, he killed 3, but the whole team, you know what, Mimi? Let's not get stuck, bogged down in the particulars. You even saw them through the wall because there's a dart getting chucked out.
Let's go back to your point around the Viper. It really does telegraph where you want to finish. It becomes very difficult to hit the other site without the Viper wall. In the composition that NRG is running, they can always default that A wall and be able to rotate back towards B with their other smokes. Thankfully, with the B changes, 1 Viper orb is tenable to take that, but it's still difficult.
Well, C9 have seemingly done the same thing 3 rounds in a row, except this time after securing the orb. Slow things down, leaving Vic over in mid patrolling to see if there is going to be a forward walk-up.
And well, there is, but it's not somewhere he can really hold. You see both duelists posted up for NRG. Kiko's Judge and Elbow could especially become problematic if Cloud9 had this direction.
I love the Yoru on this map, especially on defense for controlling mid. You can go down into these positions like Mata is in with the freedom to teleport away. A lot of safety in that. With
Brock top mid, he can easily support either of those duelists. And I don't think they'll be the ones in the hot seat. Instead of Ethan, tagged up, having to push back into this utility.
That utility, and somehow he gets away from it. Quick on the movement, and with a beautiful ping, no one is ready for him. Who is going to take Ethan out? No one's even looking at him. They have no idea he could be back here. And a headshot from Brock keeps NRG with the lead. And as more players filter in, you realize C9 haven't planted the spike. You realize Zeppa's kind of stuck back here.
30 seconds. But NRG waiting. That wall will be dropping soon. It opens up avenues to fight, and Vic might be the critical player.
Vic has no gas to play with yet. C9 are going to have one more chance to throw up that wall and get the spike down, but they're only going to have a few seconds to cross over to default, and they're still worried about their backs. NRG choose to take their time and walk two players on the flank instead.
Spike planted.
Zeppa has to hold this. Scuba's low. Amada will be difficult.
Zeppa's been the hero before, but it never came down to C9 winning rounds. Needs a little bit more now. Backed into the corner, Zeppa falls. Now it's all on Vic, and history repeats itself. A thrifty round win for NRG, make it 3-0.
The worst scenario you can imagine for Cloud9. And NRG again displaying one of the keys of game one, their patience. They know that their opponent only has that Viper wall available, so once they get into this 3-on-3, they just wait. But they got to that point because of the excellent work from Ethan.
Yep.
I want to talk about that smoke he used to anchor, throwing up the one-way on the box front side on B. That makes it so difficult for anyone to swing around that right side. And if anyone's approaching left, you have to go so much deeper now to actually swing and deal with him. And despite the util pattern they used to try and clear him out, he was still there and still got two.
Good movement from him to dodge away from the breach blast, to get out from the snake bite too. So C9 give up on B for the time being. Bring their pistols onto the A side. Teleport back from Ethan. Armada leaves Ethan all alone. But still, these darts are a problem, causing C9 players to turn their heads. Not too much of a problem for Ethan, but Brock filters into the space. The second C9 feel a little bit more comfortable.
Spike planted.
Patience from NRG as they gear up for the refight through that wall. Beautiful work out from Mata and Scuba and the rest of the gang.
It's just formulaic at this point. Wait for Cloud9 to go for something aggressive with the breach. Hold back. The second the wall drops, you fight in together, and you out-trade them. 4-0 now.
Not too shabby. Not too shabby for NRG. A lot of people might have predicted C9 before this game because they might have been looking at social media and seeing that Bonkar was saying he was subbing in for Scuba.
Okay, question for you.
Yeah?
It was a 13-2 map one. It's 4-0 right now. Could NRG have won with Bonkar?
I think they win with Bonkar.
I think so too. And you were one of the people who predicted C9 with Bonkar.
Look, I took him as an honest man.
Bonkar was the star player of Bonk 2023 Tier 2 Northern Europe, okay?
Wow.
Don't doubt the guy.
He's clearly taken so much of that into his day-to-day. Maybe C9 could use him. C9 could use a round. See what they can do.
Here's they've got a pretty free B side, but the issue's been these retakes and already two players flanking.
Yeah, NRG ready for this one. Mata leading the charge, using C9's own wall against them, but Zeppa was waiting for it, and that control is good enough for C9 to get this site, but Brock still somehow gets a pick on the other side.
Spike planted.
Kiko slides into the back. It's a little bit awkward for NRG, whose IGL is on the wrong side of the map, real far away from this, but somehow Penny has util in hand. Kiko catches him out, and now Kiko can wait because Ethan is on the prowl. Kiko just needs more threat, more attention drawn towards himself. But will Ethan clear beneath him? Oh no, the Rolling Thunder, was that canceled out? No! NRG can't be doing that.
Not only does he Ajax the ult and lose that for next round, but they lose the 2-on-2. It's like watching a train wreck. Just disaster close round upon disaster.
Nice, bro! Yeah, Mata can't believe it either.
Is
it
that
just
a
looks
second
impossible.
timeout in 5 rounds?
That's the first
that's the
timeout.
first one?
You're still thinking of the round 2
Sorry,
timeout.
both of these games have just felt like the same game because they're going so
No,
quick.
it makes sense because 6 or 7 rounds ago, there was a Cloud9 timeout if you go all the way back in time to Pearl, right? Oh boy. Well, now C9 have a whole slew of new problems. It's this quick retakes from NRG. It's pressure on the flanks when it's these B retakes as well. And it's also Kiko, who's sitting 9-1 on this Neon. You thought he was chill, you thought he was quiet, silent. Oh, he's slotting in, he's great last map on the Killjoy. Now he's taken over on the Neon.
And on the other side, the duelists for C9 have not been able to activate. So much of our game plan has been around getting into these sites and going for proactive plays in the post flank. He's also stunning up, Penny and Oxy swinging, but every time, NRG is so patient in the angles that they're holding, waiting for that aggression, and Penny and Oxy combined are 4-10 to start this match.
Tough start for C9. And we talked about needing C9 to start shooting back in the interview between games.
I think they might need to temper some of the post-plan aggression and go for more kind of trap plays as that wall is dropping, as NRG is pushing, having the stun or the flash on standby to then swing in instead of trying to proactively get something. It'll still be tough, but maybe some things to look at as they're trying to navigate this breach comp to a win.
Yeah, it's running up in mid from Oxy. He hits that shot.
Precise gunplay, by the way.
All right, but still these fights means Vic comes out on top. Scuba pinched now. As one player threatens coming in on tunnel. There's 3 more back in main. What can he do? 1-2! There's still a chance now for Ethan in the clutch.
Cloud9 is not allowed to lose this round.
Oh no, and a Viper's Pit as well. Might create a little more chaos than C9 even want themselves. It'll be hard for C9 to play together within that. An opportunity for Ethan. Silently approaching into backside. He'll find Zeppa first. Stars onto the spike. What have you got? There it is, Ethan, no! Vic rips it away.
That was maybe a centimeter from disaster. But this time, Cloud9 weathered the storm.
You thought, right? Every single break is going NRG's way. Surely they have it, but finally C9 can stop this forward advance.
Look how close he is here. Gets the crosshair down, but can't quite wrangle the spray in time.
Boys, let's go, Vic.
So a bit of life injected back for Cloud9.
C9 like just going into mid quickly. Again, it's Oxy here, taking out a 5 HP. So low already. But he's just left to kind of work the map himself right now as the rest of his team has eyes around this pit in main.
It looks to split back towards this A site.
It's a strange round, right? Like C9 have these embeds in mid, but NRG haven't really done anything about it. They're just giving it up entirely.
They redrone, put some pressure, but won't invest any more resources. And with that orb constantly cycling.
Yeah, that one way is really annoying to try and get through.
Yeah, you either go into the one way or you go into a Viper spit. Splitting A is so difficult. So maybe now, Cloud9 think about what can they do? Can you feign somewhere? Can you pull players back?
I like
well,
this.
Now they're losing info.
Yeah.
The reclear from Mata.
Scouting ult into mid, only sees the one player. Maybe less effective than Mata was hoping for. Will have to escape away. Didn't have a teleport to fall back on either. So now a Hunter's Fury just pulverizes Oxy in main. A beautiful angle that Brock is working.
Main, but there's still Astra and Viper util here.
Yeah, there's also a Neon on the way. There's a Hunter's Fury that C9 are trying to use to find a way into the site. But it's a mess. It is a mess. You've still got Penny lurking around in mid. C9 froze in the mid round and never found the correct answer.
The whole round, they wanted to end that into an A split. The Viper Orb cycling, though, dissuaded them. And the timing on that reclear from Mata was so good. Popping the ult back into mid. They didn't have any other info tools left. And in realizing the rotation was coming, that's what primed the 2 anchors to ready on site. And for Brock to rip that Hunter's Fury. As soon as Oxy's dead, taking B, with such little time basically becomes impossible.
Yeah, because then all the anchors, they don't have to look at tunnel anymore. You've got 3 players on B just focused on main. Doesn't matter how good the attacking side is going to be. 9 times out of 10, you're getting mowed down in that spot.
So maybe you simplify and just send it A.
Maybe. Except it's not always so simple, because there's walls, there's mollies, there's players already here. Oxy stalled out for a moment. But C9 have the TP ready to go if they want it. Again, taking their time. Now trying to look for something. Scuba untouched and unbeatable. 4 in the blink of an eye from Scuba. And Vic sent packing. No chance to play for. You know Scuba is hungry for it. You know the rest of NRG is trying to set him up for it. Brock jumping around. The human drone locked in. Scuba waits and taken it down. The ace ripped away.
You can't just turn and chant ace for Vic now, guys.
I mean, you could. Would it make any sense? No. Is there a chance to win this round with the spike out in the middle of A? Okay.
They don't care.
I don't think Vic cares, guys. It's really sad. He's lost touch.
Yeah, he's just gonna save this round. Boy, that was brutal. The drone saw Scuba going into that corner initially. And I think they thought he walked back out in the interim. No, he just stuck around, stayed in that corner, picked the perfect timing to swing.
It feels like there's been too many times NRG have gotten players in positions that C9 just think are clear. Like, you think Ethan backside B back at the start of this game.
And the thing is, even despite that, that should have been maybe 2 kills on these initial ones. But the flash, all of just the little pieces, the timing, the positioning, everything went his way. Mitch cheering it on.
Gotta love it.
With the NRG jersey.
Scuba, stoic as always.
An in-person hate watch, that's a next level.
Well, C9 are going to call their second timeout of the half here. Got 4 more rounds to try and put something together.
Yeah?
I don't even have a good question to ask you because okay. I don't want to put you in the position that Imi is in right now.
I don't think he likes the position he's in. He looks stressed.
No.
Angry.
I wouldn't be surprised if he's already drawing up like the scrim plan for next week. You know, it's like, this is what we're working on.
Just get ahead on some paperwork.
Yeah.
This one's cooked, boys. Certainly feels that way.
I mean, the money is botched in this next round for C9. So
yes.
If anything's going to happen, it needs to come in the rounds after this. But
so when we looked at NRG, a team who just came off winning champs, the big things for them was that they mastered the waylay. They mastered. That is one of them.
That's the biggest thing. Sorry.
They were like the forefront team of the new meta, the changes to the game, of Corrode's introduction. And I think one of the keys for them heading into Stage 1 2026 was being great on Breeze. They're looking to prove that right now. Already up 7-1.
Yeah, because everyone's going to be banning the Corrode, or just about everyone, you would imagine. And people might need to start considering their Pearl, their Breeze, every other map in the pool. Might need to consider better luck in the bracket.
Yeah, that's a big one to consider.
Maybe just better luck in general. C9 haven't really found any of it so far this game. Because another thing that I think really just destroyed this half for C9 is that round they lost over on B, where both Penny and Zelsis used the ults.
Yes.
Right? They're 2 biggest ults on the map, right? And because these rounds are so lopsided, right? Like, C9 are getting so few kills consistently that those 2 players are still halfway across from getting those ults back online. That snowball just in full effect now.
And a scenario I've seen many times, NRG up a man, playing back, waiting as Cloud9 hope for an opportunity that they just haven't gotten. That is unlucky, to say the least.
Womp, womp. And Brock ready to deliver some more bad news to C9. Dart comes in, it's Ethan once more, 4 for the IGL.
Casual 4K, 8-1 now.
That's back-to-back 4Ks, actually.
I mean, this first kill is just brutal.
I really liked how he approached those angles there. Nice control out from Ethan. But this is the round I'm looking at. If C9 are going to have a chance in this game, it is time to show up.
They've gone for these fast mid rounds with a stun towards Nest, and Oxy running up before this one. A little bit more tempered to start, but now they activate.
It's the stun that hits both Nest and also the walk down from tunnel into elbow. Very effective at a round opening. And it's given C9 a lot. Still, though, they're so heavy in mid that breaking through a main is going to be tough, so it might be a forward mission. A little jump up now from Oxy. Brock waiting for it, takes him away. He's so thirsty for more frags.
And look at this walk up. Ethan has just been on a promenade.
Well, no Sentinel gives some opportunities, and Ethan is certainly going to be a beneficiary of those.
So now he'll run back A main as Cloud9 rotate in. One of the best chances they've had in a 3-on-3.
Oh, but Zelsis is kind of alone. Look at C9. They've got a player in mid. You've got Vic going on a mission.
But
back to enemy spawn.
For backside. Penny needs to do something here, and he shoots the clone. Has to TP away.
Back into double doors now. And does have the dimensional drift. If he needs to secure the round. There's a stun, trying to set up this fight. Penny gets the first, runs out of bullets and taken down. So it's still a 2-on-2, or rather a 3-on-3. I tell a lie, the HUD is broken. It's a 2-on-2.
Yep.
Everybody lock in. Vic is locked in.
And time is just basically gone at this point.
Nope.
That's it. That's a round for C9.
And Vic is, looks like he's losing his mind there. Still some excitement in the C9 camp. And still not out of it. That was the round. I tasked them win that round.
Yeah, and they did it. And they punished a little bit of energy. They've been so disciplined today, playing in spawn when they're up numbers. Here they got a little greedy, I think. The swing out from Brock after getting the shorty kill. Kiko hard committing to the fight top mid. So a door has been opened. How far in can they get with that?
What I'm interested in now is Kiko going for the operator. Again, poking down into mid, getting in front of the stun. A lot of just full sprints through that one. C9 have ideas to split this B site. Penny cutting back down into mid, trying to get some scouting, but does not actually spot.
Timing could be so good.
And this is awkward too. Pulling out of the dimensional drift. Brock again locks it down with the push through mid as well. C9 have been routed.
And Chrissy, that's Vic dead. They have no smokes, and they're still not out of main.
Oh, with the teleport being set up, NRG are gonna have 3 bodies here. They've still got the operator as well.
No smokes, no dive. How the hell do you get passing off?
Well, maybe it starts missing. Zep also tucked into the corner, but C9 need more shots to connect. Need some more help, but it's not gonna be there. And just after C9 went around, it is just shut out immediately. That was quick.
Big credit to Mata. That fast timing on the flank was excellent. Hard reading that with a dimensional drift in play, it's likely to be a harder execute from Cloud9. And taking that chance to immediately push through. And not only get a pick, but kill the smokes.
Bro, I just styled on Penny, bro. You saw?
It's true, back-to-back rounds. Dominates Nest.
So 1 round left in the half for Cloud9. Try and string something together. And NRG set up for a bit of a fight towards A main. A crossfire with bait from the Neon.
There's a Rolling Thunder, but they're in front of it. NRG are actually in front of the Rolling Thunder right now with what Zelsis was looking for. First kill goes to Mata. And the stall is still there. Scuba trying to
He lives?
extricate himself from that position. And Zelsys still had not pulled the trigger on the ult.
At least they still have it to re-exec. But now without Oxy.
A lot harder to capitalize off of it now.
And he walks back into the corner.
Is he in front of it again? No. Pushed up goes Kiko, and he still gets one!
Down A.
It is ridiculous, and Scuba as well once more. He's not slowing down either. He's going on a mission.
Last player standing.
Full pressure on C9, nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. NRG will take another 10-2 half.
I'm disgusted by what's happening.
It's ridiculous.
They're just laughing it off. It's that chill, it's that easy. There was like 4 players in that corner at some point this round, and I think every one of them got at least a kill. Brutal stuff. 10-2. Cloud9 scamper into the second half after this.
Esports endemic brands coming together to create a series of products for esports, for the biggest stages.
퍼포먼스랑 컴페티션이 주요 키워드다 보니까 레이싱이라는 테마를 잡고 거기서 이제 영감받은 그래픽 요소들이나 다이내믹하고 날렵한 그런 실루엣 같은 것들을 저희 FS1 마우스에 적용을 해봤고요.
我们希望可以协助 Pulsar 成为电竞圈的顶尖品牌，而 Voxy 是其中一个助力。
Things look eerily similar back to how they went down on Pearl for NRG, leading at 10-2 on the half. And for me, I think the best thing to see for this NRG team, coming off that champs win, coming off of losing Psalm, Kiko filling into those shoes and now sitting 15-5 on the Neon. He's looked great, and on the Killjoy on the last map, he was stellar too.
Yeah, I think part of the promise of Kiko coming over was that he could slot into this secondary duelist role when they need it. Not looking very secondary in this map. 15-5, like you're saying, he is having a great performance, and I think there's no better way to just show up to a new region with a new team, the world champs, no less, and perform like this. Just 3 rounds away from putting Cloud9 to bed.
And NRG's pistol rounds have been perfection today so far as well. Currently heading into vacant territory. NRG looking to set up shop here very comfortably in the post.
And unlike the solo controller comp that C9's running, NRG will constantly have smokes to recycle in this post.
Yeah, which allow you to do more forward fights as well. Deep smokes and a deep push as well. Check this out. All the way underneath bridge is Mata pushing back into spawn, shut out by Vic. This forward fight going horribly wrong as Vic lights up the kill feed. NRG were getting a little bit funky.
1 enemy remaining.
But Vic for 4 will win C9's first pistol.
The bright spot for Cloud9 map 1 was Zeppa. Maybe map 2, it could be Vic. Had a couple rounds with multi-kills in the first half. It's a 4K here to start. Punishing this aggression. Some real nice mechanics.
Let's go, Vic! Vic, take us home! Take us!
And you know Celsius is gonna fuel the coals off of winning that round.
What I want to know is what he means by take us home. Is that like win this map and then win the next one so we go home and we win, or stop killing them so we can go home.
I'm going to guess the prior, but
okay.
I suppose it's up to interpretation.
That's the one that takes the longest. That's the longest road forward for Cloud9. Need 10 more rounds in this map to have a shot.
Good math.
I'll show them.
Quick on the draw. C9 have an idea to
Weird
fight all the way
Viper
into
wall.
mid. Yeah. I want to know where Zelsis is trying to go for the stun. Just reactive right now. They basically just want to give up either of these sites and then very quickly rotate through mid.
Yeah, you
to
saw
be able to
walls
fight it out.
sometimes like this on the old map. I didn't really expect people to do it as much after the changes, but here we are with a little forward fight.
Oxy as well, through the box. Not shying away from that fight. 3 for him and C9, string 2 in a row.
It's just eco frags, but I think he needed that. 2 kills map 1. It was a brutal start here on map 2 as well. Only getting 4 kills in that first half. But gets a couple added onto the tally here.
Bravo. Nice. Let's go! Around! I got the shot. Oh my God.
And if nothing else, even if they're getting stomped, you give Cloud9 a round and they'll give you some energy back.
Just love to see the boys up there having fun.
Let's see how long the fun lasts, though.
Yeah, this is the testing round. Can they get a bonus themselves?
NRG's won 2 of them today.
Mm-hmm. C9 probably need this to make an honest go of things. So far, NRG are waiting to see where that forward play is going to be, but I like how C9 have set up in mid again. Just very nice off angles, complementary angles, and holding onto that breach stun ready the second a player sees a body.
Kiko just feigns the door. They rotate back towards A. This kind of heavy mid-fighting Cloud9 is doing, they'll practically always be playing for the retake, but their comp is suited for it. The double duelist in the breach. And in a lot of ways, this becomes a repeat of the pistol round. Their NRG forward fought got cut down completely. How do they approach it this time?
Looks to be somewhat more reserved. Still a fight on the left side as Mata tucks himself right against these double doors. Seems like he wants to be the one taking the forward fights. And I like it. Not often you see it as another smoke goes down, giving him a pocket to work into. Oxy reads him like a book and gets the first kill in this round. Still another duelist lodged in backside. Kiko, peppered by utility, tucks himself in, dodges the flash, but taken out once more. C9 have the pieces to make a real go at this round, and they're going to continue to come up heads on him. As the smoke goes down, Oxy for 4. C9 are in this game.
The bonus they needed. Oxy did so much that round. Through the edge of the smoke, catches just a glimpse of Mata as he was fighting up. Takes that kill, joins in with his teammates to full clear back sight, and then has the awareness to be ready for Ethan's reflank. If Ethan lives there, not only does he have a pull,
the game. We're good.
but he also has a second layer of pressure to win that post plant.
First NRG timeout of today?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, why would they have timed out map 1 or the first half?
To ice C9, I don't know.
Yeah.
For fun.
Ice them after winning 1.
So Bonkar can sub himself in.
Yeah.
Like, give me a chance, guys. It's my time to shine.
Well, it's his time in this timeout. Chat with the team. I would guess this is going to be about the approach to some of these post plants. Maybe looking to change up how they're doing things over towards A. That's how they've lost the 2 rounds that they really had a chance in.
Yeah, I mean,
first half.
I think there's also an element of realizing there's nobody been on A. And C9, there's no way they're playing 5 players on A. We need to probably get some idea of how they're holding on to this mid space.
And they have seen some of the mid fighting, but I don't think they've yet realized how heavy it is.
Yeah, honestly, on a round like this, NRG are heading in. It's going to be an eco for them. Sometimes like to see teams on the eco just go on more fact-finding missions, try to figure out what that default look is going to be in mid. Get a better understanding of how to break that heading into future rounds, because right now they don't really have much to work off of, all things considered, as they just keep running it into A over and over again.
For counterpoint, you know A is completely clear. You're going to be able to get a plant. Let's flip the round and see if we can win a post.
That's the play if you want to try and win the round, but odds don't look so good. It's a Bucky of all things in Kiko's hands. Trying to abuse that neon a bit.
Recycling smokes, a bucket can get scary on a retake.
Time to jump.
Taking advantage of the fact that they're not expecting to run into too much resistance on this side. Penny will teleport away, hearing those footsteps go forward. And again, NRG overwhelm this side. Again, they get forward. Thanks largely to that smoke on your screen. It allows so much space to be taken. And now the slide forward for the drone. 1 for 1 at the start. But still, it's 3 classics in NRG's inventory. Hard to make it go at much more of this. Oxy is running circles around 360 on that one. And NRG will be cut down 1 by 1. And even after a brief pause, the rest of NRG will fall. C9 within by 4.
The approach on these retakes is looking good from Cloud9. Playing very patient and having all sorts of tools to break out. I think Neon Ult is just the best thing to easily win an anti-eco. When your opponents have Sheriffs, it is so hard to hit a guy like Oxy before he's going to be able to get that laser on your head. So okay, gap down to 4. But now we get to see what NRG learned. They're on a rifle round now. And are they just going to run it back? 4th time's the charm on the A post plant.
The thing is, it's a little different out of C9 though. Zelsis is playing up on A, trying to set up Penny's operator. Maybe a forward stun to take this line. That's exactly what it is. What a shot. Picks him right out of the air.
Looked like he wasn't ready. Flicks in time.
And yet still NRG are on this site. Fewer tools to fight. 40 is so quick with it. Takes Scuba's head right off.
So now it gets desperate for NRG. 3 on 5, and Cloud9 again just bide their time to play the set retake up in numbers.
Mata right up on orange. Needs to pull off something. But taken out is IGL. And now the rest of C9 come on through. What a beautiful round. Penny's operator looking untouchable.
This game has gone from, what, a 10-2 to now feeling like we've just repeated the same round 4 times in a row. And suddenly Cloud9 is within touching distance.
Wow.
Credit to Penny here. These shots were just lovely.
They're all flicky, they're all quick, and they're all perfectly accurate.
Just such a flexible player he is. Whether it's playing the Viper, switching onto the Duelist, rifling, opping. He's really shown it all throughout his tenure, despite having so few opportunities since his early days on V1 to actually show what he's got on a Tier 1 team.
So NRG back to the well. A main again. Did they practice their B execs? I'm not even sure. Just still running through the A playbook, and now a very deep Viper's Pit. Not every day you see something like this. Vic, though, just mowed down, because where else could he be playing? Too simple for Mata to figure that one out. Now the Cosmic Divide giving so much more space to NRG.
A wrinkle of this round is the late flank. Scuba waiting in mid, hearing Oxy's footsteps.
Yeah. Scuba waiting for it. Scuba on the right side of the wall, heard that door open, but didn't know maybe that there could be another player moving in. Ethan holding. Ethan down, but there's another backup layer. Brock shuts it down. Now Penny. Back
Scuba, he's been on his world tour, finally coming back into play.
It's not planted for him, though. Zeppa has an opportunity here. If he can win this fight on this side of the wall, not going to happen. Does NRG get another?
No time.
And the clock is working against them. Zeppa will play for an exit, will get his and run on out of there. But NRG have finally stopped the drought.
Maybe they gotta change the definition of stupidity, because NRG on yet another hard A hit make it work. This time though,
it's the definition of insanity, Mimi, doing the same thing over and over again.
Well, maybe I'm the definition of stupidity. I don't know.
Might be.
The wrinkle though is having that reflank in the lurk. Cloud9 thought with the Cosmic Divide up, they could make noise for Oxy pushing through and still be unknown on that flank. But with a lurker there to cut a player down, made that retake so much more difficult without that initiator utility, and set him up in his insurance at the end of the round.
Once more into the fray. This time, though, Mata using a dimensional drift through mid. And that's going to mean that Zelsis can't take out any utilities. Too cautious, Ethan. Following that, Yoru sets up beautifully and pinching back into the operator. It's a really nice call of a round out of Ethan. Now Hunter straight on top of it as well. Kiko playing off of that too. I mean, every single piece of the puzzle is coming together now for NRG. And the late lurks as well, finally clipped away at. How does C9 work back in here? There's so much threat of a flank as the door opens. A Viper's pit too. Penny trying to scout out for his team. If anyone's gonna make it happen, it's him on the recon mission, but now as he pulls away and more utility comes down as Vic falls and the rest of the team too. NRG advanced to map point.
So NRG, they heard about the cool new game mode, all random one site. Didn't have a chance to play it, so thought maybe we run it in an official. Just go A every time,
it's actually
see what happens.
Yeah, the B side of the map is blocked off from them. Physically can't go there, it seems.
Spectator client just doesn't show it, but.
What's crazy is the more C9 started playing to hold this A site, the worse it's been going for them.
Yes.
When it was just the 5-on-5 retakes, everything was dandy. They had five round wins in a row.
And now it's, instead of just a hard hit into A main, a heavy play for mid.
Yeah. On the Yoru ult, NRG saw a little more information here last time. Trying to work off that for a fight. This time it's through the door, traded out instantly. And Oxy in the corner! He needs a little bit more, he's looking for it. He's hunting, and he's good for it too. Shuts it down completely, and yet Brock has brought it to a 1-on-2. Still forced to recover the spike. As a swing comes in, Zeppa, absolutely fearless. Vic says it's not over just yet.
What great work from Oxy. He had an absolutely brutal start to this series. The first map and a half, practically nothing going for him. But now he shows up with some truly incredible movement.
Nice, boys, let's go.
What is this Viper wall? C9 reinventing the wheel, not in exactly the wrong round because NRG got the role of the B site in all random one site. Penny here, and Zeppa covering his back. It's a little bit awkward just sending Kiko into his death, NRG. The idea seems unclear to me at present moment as Oxy just sprinting through A main are running NRG down.
What is this round? Brock's gonna try and do something heroic again, but of course, not even he could win a 1v5.
Can we just watch that all back again?
Yeah, please. So it starts with just the Neon being sent into B, pretty much alone. Zeppa catches him, and then Oxy, while that's going on, pushes through the flank, kills the mid lurker, and from there it just crumbles.
That's going to be one I'm going to need to check out in the VOD again and try and put together the plan that NRG was running. NRG, of course, now...
This is getting close.
Yeah. And NRG are choosing to save here.
Yeah, that buy is not good. They faking A, trying to walk it into B. He's putting some presence here, which Oxy is happy to receive.
Good lord, the Hunter's Fury, too. Adding insult to injury. Seems like after playing so many rounds as a collective, NRG in this separate approach has not paid out by any means. See if Kiko can do anything on this Bucky, sliding forward off his stun. He's good for it. That's a gun to be picked up as well.
He's going in for more. Knows he has to win this round for his new team.
So aggressive in front of the flash too. Sees a clone pass him. So patient. There he is. Worried about the flank as well, but the lasers from downtown remove any real chance in this round. Scuba peddling a sheriff. Not too concerned about the spike. Scuba has time on his side. Has plenty of time to make it happen. Scuba delivers a fatal blow to C9 for the Red Bull clutch.
And that's it. A brutal 2-0 victory against this Cloud9 squad. The world champs return. with a vengeance. And the way that they finish this.
Love a little eco win at the very bitter end out of Scuba and the rest of NRG. The second map looked a whole lot closer, but honestly, NRG delivered. Coming back, bouncing back in a big way into 2026.
Figuring out finally how to make that A site work. Cooking up some more interesting rounds to close it. The team play looked so on point for this squad. I think answering a lot of the questions, being a former champ coming into this year. Are they good on Breeze? Looks solid. Have they integrated Kiko well? At least from first looks, seems so. He played so well map 2 on that Neon.
Yeah, this NRG team, a true force to be reckoned with. Even the new man in the squad, NRG have looked very good. Packed arena as well, providing support